Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Shredded the Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 6 of the Colorado Rockies series on Out of the Park Baseball. And here we are halfway through 2017, and not halfway through, what am I saying? We're actually about a third of the way through, 50 games in, 24-26 is our record. And we can take a look at how the team is doing. First, actually, we'll take a look at these standings. So we're in third place, which is right around where we were last year. Really no change from the first couple of years. We've been playing 500 baseball for a while now. We've actually struggled a little bit lately, as you can see we're 2-8 in our last 10. But we do have some offensive leaders, as usual, in the league leaders categories. As you can see here, Joey Gallo and Lonnie Chisenhall tied for first, and I guess it would technically be third in the home run race. And also first and second on RBI is Corey Dickerson and Lonnie Chisenhall, so that's pretty cool to see. But let's go to we'll go to the team home screen first, because I like to look at this. So a bit more of a balanced attack this year. 4th in runs scored and 8th in starters ERA, and actually 4th in runs against, as opposed to being, first in runs scored and 16th or 15th in runs against last year. So our run differential is actually pretty good, it looks like. 27-23, so a bit better than our actual record. Because we do have a positive run differential, more runs scored than runs against. That's kind of encouraging. And our pitching has stepped up this year. Jordan Lyles has really, looks like he might be having a breakout season at age 26. We'll see if he can keep this pace up for a full year, but this would be really encouraging if he could do such a thing. And he would be a free agent at the end of the year, but we could probably give him an extension, although he is having a nice contract season, that is for sure. He would be an interesting trade piece at the trade deadline, too, if we decided not to bring him back. But we'll see. I'm kind of unsure what to do with him as of now. Tyler Matzek, Jonathan Grace having a pretty good start to the year. His FIP isn't that great. His strikeout to walk ratio and some of that stuff isn't all that great, but getting a little bit lucky, which is, never a bad thing. And Tyler Chatwood's also having a pretty solid year. Another guy with probably a low opponent's BABIP, but still, can't argue with a 3.10 ERA, so. All right, that is that. Robbie Ray struggled in relief duty, so he hasn't seen time in the rotation yet. And if we trade like a Jordan Lyles at the deadline, then he could see time in the rotation. And I'm just curious. I'm gonna shop him around right now and just see what kind of offers there are out there for him, because I don't really know if we're gonna bring him back or not. Only having one good year in Colorado, it's hard to invest in a guy like that. But we could bring him back right now for $9-10 million a year. So I'm not really sure what to do. And there is some interest from a team like the Royals, although there isn't a ton. I'm sure we could get some good prospect out of them, though. Like Francis Martinez, I think is the guy they offered. Brendan Ludd, he's injured. Lund, he's he's only out for 3 more days. He'd be a good outfielder to pick up. 3rd overall pick a couple years ago. Cody Roberts, catching prospect. Yeah, I'd get him. I don't know. They don't have a ton of great prospects, though, so I don't know. We'll see. If we decide to deal Lyles, we'll do it closer to the deadline, that's for sure, because we'll get better offers. But all right, we have the first-year player draft coming up, so let's get to that. And hopefully we will have another good draft. We have the number 9 overall pick this year, so I think we had 7, I want to say, last year. So a little bit lower this year. That is quite all right. All right, so one of these Dominic Fuscalina back in the draft again. And he looks like he's become a bona fide top prospect. I think I'd be down to take him. There's also Justin Cook, also pretty good, and Jason Gonzalez. Okay, Ryan Leakich, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Daniel Series, he was in the last draft as well. Alright, so there's some good players here, but I think I want to go with Dominic Fuscalina. I think he has the best chance of turning out to be a pretty darn good prospect in this. He's demanding a lot, but that's alright. And I'm a little bit concerned about his ability to avoid strikeouts. I used to not worry about this, but that actually is a really big factor in your batting average, because this game pretty much plays, for the most part, on like an even BABIP scale. Some guys will have like an innate ability to have higher BABIPs than other players, but a big thing about having a high average with a steady BABIP is avoiding strikeouts and being able to put the ball in play. And so that is something that we'll have to look at. But we have a ton of budget room, so we could go after all these big demand guys. I might go after Daniel Series. Actually, this is Justin Cook. Daniel Series is still available as well. We could go after Justin Cook, durable catcher, demanding 2,200. Yeah, we are looking at pitchers here. So there aren't really any good pitchers in this, according to our head scout here. Ryan Leakich. Yeah, I mean, we could go with Daniel Series. That would be a catcher in 2 straight drafts. Might also be worth it. And one of these bonus guys might fall to the next round too, because usually if they fall to the second, they'll probably just keep falling. Let's look at all these guys though. Jake Lebowski. He's also pretty solid. Cicarello also has pretty decent stats. Like usually when you get like a high contact rating and a high avoid strikeouts rating, it's a pretty good sign. This guy would be a good fielder too. I don't know. I'd be willing to maybe take him in the 3rd round if he falls. Series. Just don't know if he's gonna fall. All right. I don't know. Don't know what to do. All right, so we're gonna wait on one of the bonus guys, and then I can't decide between Series and Cicarello. I guess we already took an infielder, so we'll take Series or Series. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. All right, and then see if either Cicarello or any of the bonus guys fall. All right, so they all fell. Nice. All right, so let's get Cicarello, whatever his name is. Next round. All right, both these guys are still here. So I think I like Justin Cook a little bit better than Jason Gonzalez. And Cook can also play first and third base, so that's nice. There's also some other guys, though. Let's look at some of these 3-star prospects. Steven Williams. These are 2.5-star. Freddie Zamora doesn't look too bad. All right, well, I think we'll go with some of the big demand guys. Let's go with Justin Cook. So we get 3 catchers in the last 2 drafts, which is good because we don't really have a ton at the catcher position. All right, Gonzalez is gone, so it's just Lekic, Lewis. All right, and I think we might just let our scouting director do the rest of the draft, because most of the time when it gets to like the later rounds anyway, and even probably at the beginning of the rounds, it'd work out this way anyway. But I feel like the scouting director probably is a better drafter than I am in this game. And I've like done enough drafts or whatever, especially in that Red Sox save that I have, that for the most part, seems like the scouting director is able to find some good players with the later picks, at least more often than I am able to. So that is pretty much my philosophy on that. And if you have a good scouting director, I'd probably recommend doing the same. But all right, let's get these guys all offers. And then we have a ton of budgets. We could offer some of these guys contracts as well. Oh yeah, especially like Travis Jones. So we'll offer him $4 million. 10th round guy Robert Jolly, another catcher. Would say we probably don't need him. Probably don't need the rest of these guys actually, quite frankly. Yeah, I won't sign any of these later round guys. I might sign Jolly. Sign Jolly. All right. And then everyone else we will let go. And all right, so that is it for the draft. Let's delete all our messages. Actually, is there a team chemistry update in here? Ooh, Jonathan VR got traded. No, I guess there isn't. Okay, well, I'm not too worried about team chemistry. So I will delete that, and then I'll probably cut away here until we get to the international amateur free agent signing period. All right. All right, so we have reached July 4th, and unfortunately, or not July 4th, July 2nd, unfortunately, we have been hit by a rash of injuries, but that has not stopped us because we have been playing a really good baseball. Now, 7 games over 500, we went on a pretty nice winning streak, but as you can see, Nolan Arenado, Jose Miguel Fernandez, and now Joey Gallo are all hurt, so that's 3/4 of our starting infield. We've got tons of young infielders up right now. Nate Kazi, ooh. Should we? Nah, I guess we'll leave this guy down. He's barely made AAA. I was going to say he could come up, but I guess we need an outfielder for Gallo. So maybe we can call up Raymel Tapia. We got to put him on the 40-man. It's DFA Hector Garcia. Alright, so we will call up Raymel Tapia. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I also forgot to mention at the beginning of this episode, but we did get Lorenzo Cain off of waivers. And I guess it would actually be a good opportunity to give him some playing time, even though he doesn't really play corner outfield spots. But at the same time, I kind of want to see what Tapia can do. So yeah, we're just going to let Tapia play. And can he play right field? Yeah, he does. All right, perfect. Let's bump him down. Let's see. Let's move the catcher spot. Yeah, I don't know. Our offense has kind of sputtered since, or I expect it to sputter since we've gotten some of those injuries. But I don't know. I've been playing really good baseball. I think the pitching staff's been playing pretty well. I guess Lyles has kind of come back to earth. Turner's been good. Chatwood's still been all right. I feel like we should let the Robbie Ray get a spot starting over Tyler Matzek since he's clearly not playing well right now. Ray, yeah, he's rested. All right. And what else? I was going to look at something. I don't remember what. Oh, yeah, so team home screen. We went on this nice winning streak at some point at the end of June. Yeah, it was here, 1, 2. So that's, 8 in a row? We won 8 games in a row, which is, not a huge winning streak, but that's certainly something for a team like this. And I also want to check and see. All right, so we got all of our draftees that we wanted to get signed. And let's do international amateurs. So I think we still have, we don't have any restrictions, but again, there aren't really any good players here, or any studs that we want to overspend for. So we'll get Pancho Gonzalez, and we'll get this guy. And then we'll look at the OOTP, Scouting Association ratings, but even they don't have a lot of guys highly rated this year. So again, kind of a crappy international amateur class, but all well, I guess. Eventually they'll get good. This is usually where I get my best players, or I get my stud prospects. But so far we really haven't had any luck. But luckily we can go up to 3 million, so we can just pretty much get anyone we want to here. Let's get Jorge Fritas. Jose Mena, give him 200,000. Now we're up to 1.75 million spent, and yeah, let's confirm there. Cristo Delgado will give 150, and Jose Nunez we will give also 150. But all right, so let's keep simulating here, and I'll simulate up until the All-Star break. Ooh, some good players on waivers. Tim Collins. Yeah, we'll claim you. Could use Tim Collins, or bullpen could always use help, I do believe. But alright, so I think we got invalid. Alright, so someone else claimed him, so we could try and trade for him. But no, we can't actually. The game, I don't know why the game does this. Like when someone gets a claim and you can't trade for him, I don't know why. I guess, I don't know, that might be a rule or something, I'm not really sure. But alright, so I think we just got swept by the Dodgers. Now we have San Fran. Looks like we got everyone to sign. So we got to play well against the Giants. Hell, Jesus, our offense is carrying the team right now. That game got rained out. Then we have Arizona, team we've had mixed results against this year. Trade proposals: Logan Morrison, Matt Clark. No thanks. Let's go back to the waiver wire. All right, hopefully we can take 2 of 3 from Arizona at home. All right, we get Miguel Fernandez back. So let's send down. All right, Herrera's been pretty good. We could also send down McMahon. Guess we'll do that. And we'll activate. But I think either Herrera or Adome. I gotta really figure out how to pronounce that name. One of those guys is gonna go down relatively soon. All right, Fernandez, and then can we play Dames at third? Adome. Suppose we could try. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Locane back there. Adome there. Second game. And yeah, we'll put Miguel Fernandez back at the top of the lineup. We'll move Joe Panic. Whoops. Joe Panic to fourth. Why not? Actually, we can do him second. That'd be good. Yeah, that's a good lineup. All right. Copy and paste. All right, so we're 8 games over 500 right now. We got a chance to take. Oh, it's actually 4 games set against Arizona, so we still got a chance to. Oh, all right. Well, now we can only get a split. Let's keep going. I think we have one more series before the All-Star break. Yep, it's at Oakland, so we should set our AL lineups. paste, and we can DH. Actually, we should DH Kane, I bet. Yeah, we'll leave Dahl as the DH, I guess, just because Lorenzo Kane is so good in center field. Oh yeah. All right, so we'll let him play. And we have 3 against Oakland. I'm not sure how good Oakland is this year. Victor Garcia. I did see Scott Kazmir on waivers. Whoops, go back. We're only 3.5 games out. Kazmir from Cincy. Oh, yeah, he's pretty bad now. No need to get him. And I guess that was just a 2-game series. Oh no, we still have. Now we have a series against Washington before the All-Star break. All-Star break's late this year. Jesus. Oh yeah, it's coming up. All right, Danny Duffer. Oh Jesus, that's not good. All right. So we got one more game. So this I gotta cut out here because this screen is gonna take a while to load. So I will do just that and then be right back. All right, so we're finally past that screen, and now we have the 2017 All-Star rosters or teams or whatever announced. And let's take a look at who made it for us. So we have Jordan Walden making it as a reliever. That is pretty nice. And Alani Chisnall making it as well. He is having a really good year. OPSing, that's almost 1,000. So no Nolan Arenado, no Jose Miguel Fernandez, no Jordan Lyles, nothing like that. And all right, let's keep going through the All-Star game here. So we lose to Washington. Still only 3.5 games out at the All-Star break. And that kind of leads me to believe I think we might be buyers here. I think we could try and make a run at this division. That would be pretty cool, I think. 3.5 out. Man, the Dodgers are a machine, though. The wild card, though, I mean, you know, we're playing good enough baseball. Yeah, we right now control the second wild card. Tied for it at least. So, you know, I think we have a pretty good chance of making some noise here down the stretch. I think we should definitely be looking to buy. So the question is, all right, we're going to send down Adome, even though he's older than Herrera. Herrera is still already 24, so, all right, we can maybe trade Adome in a deadline deal or something. I don't know. I mean, I'd say we definitely need to get pitching if we were to make like a buyer's type of move. But I really don't think this team, I mean, you know, I generally sort of go along the lines of the belief that like once you get into the playoffs, a lot of it is just randomness and luck. But at the same time, like I'm really not so sure we would have the potential to go on like a run, like a World Series run, if we did make the playoffs. But I don't know. I mean, I guess you never know. So I don't know. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, though. I'll keep simulating here until we get to the trade deadline, and then we'll probably be looking to make some sort of move, depending on how these next 2 weeks go. Because other than Jordan Lyles, we don't have much to sell off anyway. So all right, let's look at the waiver wire. Jacoby Ellsbury's on waivers, and someone just got hurt, I think. Johnny Venters out for 3 weeks. Okay, not too bad. He's been pretty good for us this year, though. Also, how did Robbie Ray do in his first start back? Oh, I should have set my rotation. Whoops. So Jonathan Gray just pitched. Let's do 2. So Ray was okay. Should do Lyles second. Yeah, we'll do Lyles, then Chatwood, then Turner, then Ray. Yeah, Robbie Ray he's been okay in his first couple starts. Alright, and Jonathan Gray, yeah, he should not have started that last game, but that's alright. No big deal. Okay, so we got to call up another reliever. Also, we should change our bullpen roles around. Let's make Jordan Walden the closer, and I guess we'll make this guy the setup man. It'll probably be Venters by the time we get back, or by the time he gets back. Let's call up Lil Salverto Bonilla. Oh, not even on the 40-man. Can DFA Charlie Blackmon. Alright, place him on the active roster. There we go. And I think we still actually have an extra reliever. We've only carried 4 bench players all year. But I guess that's a low number in the NL, but in the AL that would be standard. So I guess that's why I'm just used to only having 4 bench players. But alright, 3-game set against San Diego. Nice, we sweep them. We get Joey Gallo back. We're only a game and a half out now. So we can send down Tapia. But I think instead we might just DFA, Lorenzo Kane, because Tapia's been pretty good. Yeah, I'd like to keep him as a backup. So, alright, let's waive in DFA Lorenzo Kane. If someone claims him, great. If not, then can maybe try and fit him in some sort of trade. I'm not really sure how that would work, but can certainly figure it out. All right, Spia. So we're getting healthy again now, which is good. Let's move Gallo up. Gallo can hit. Yeah, we'll hit him behind Dickerson and Chisnell. And Panic, Murphy, Dahl. Let's actually move. Yeah, because Murphy's been pretty good this year. Vasquez too. Yeah, we're getting really good production of our offense. I love being the Rockies, man. It's like you can't fail with the offense. So, alright, check the waiver wire. Ooh, yeah, it's Lorenzo Kane. I was like, ooh, 3-star player on waivers. Who is it? Oh, wait, it's our guy. Alright, let's see if he gets claimed. He has enough service time to refuse a demotion or, an assignment to AAA, so I don't know really what we can do with him. But, oh well, we can always outright release him. It's not really a big deal. Alright, we are playing really good baseball, though, now. Let's see if we can try and, maybe take 3 or 4 from Chicago here. Got a chance. Oh, Chris Archer's on waivers. Nice. Alright, so Mike Montgomery. Is this the Mike Montgomery from the Royals way back when? I'm not really sure. Alright, so yeah, we are at the deadline here, and we are 1.5 games out of the division. Holy smokes. Playing a really good baseball. Did not expect this. Right now we're leading the wild card race. So, alright, the obvious need is like a big #1 starting pitcher, and even like a #2 starting pitcher, quite honestly. We don't really have either of those. But if we go to team home screen, so we're first in runs scored again, and yeah, 14th in starters ERA. So that's definitely the thing we need. And if we, we could be serious about this. I mean, we have, some extra assets to give up, like a Christian Adome, even a Raimel Tapia. I would be willing to part with in a trade, even though he's been good in limited time this year. I mean, I think we're pretty set with our 3 outfielders right now. We have AJ Jimenez. We have 2 catchers. We could definitely trade one of our catchers. Probably Vasquez, just because. Well, I don't know, actually. I mean, Tom J. Murphy. Colorado's the right type of team to go for a defensive catcher because you're going to get some sort of offensive production out of him anyway, just because he plays in Colorado. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the right kind of deal. But all right, we can take a look at the trading block. Although this usually doesn't have the best players on it, and yeah, it doesn't really have anyone that interesting. So I guess we go to rebuild. I'll look around at some rebuilding teams, and some of these rebuilding teams, and see what kind of arms they're maybe offering up, and then I will get back to you guys. All right, cool. All right, so I actually had to search not just rebuilding teams, but all these neutral teams too to find some good deals, and I found a couple good ones. Well, actually, a couple. I don't even want to say a couple of good ones. A couple of ones I'm thinking about. So the first one is the Tampa Bay Rays with Matt Moore. So he's a guy that we almost traded for a couple years ago. I think we could have gotten him for Kyle Parker, and he is locked up for the next 2 years. But they're just team options, so we could make a move for him. He's really struggled in Tampa Bay though. Like, he hasn't really been that good. I kind of like his ratings, but his control is really out of whack. Like, I don't really know if he's ever really going to be good if he can't avoid walking people. Plus, he's a fly ball pitcher. I don't really know if that's going to fly in, I guess the OSA ratings technically call him neutral, but I don't really know if it's going to fly in Colorado. But it's also probably the best available package we could give up that we've found so far. It'd be Tom J. Murphy and Christian Bergman. So Bergman, if you remember, he got some time in the rotation, I think, in both the last couple of years, actually, it looks like. Very limited. Really wasn't that good. So him and Tom J. Murphy, one of our catchers. And, Murphy, I'd probably part ways with him if I was getting a good enough pitcher back. I'm just not sure it's really worth it for Matt Moore. Another one I found that was kind of good was Yu Darvish, because he is an ARB guy. His contract runs out after this year, and then he's got a year of arbitration, I think. So Texas could look to trade him, but he's going to cost us even more than Matt Moore, it looks like, and he also hasn't really been that good in the last couple of years, at least. Plus, I think it looks like he missed all of 2015. Really hasn't been the same since Tommy John. He's, I don't know. Just doesn't really, like, his stamina's not even very high anymore, which, like, in real life, it's ridiculously high. So, like, it'd be Tom J. Murphy and then, I don't know, Raimel Tapia, I think. Or, I don't think we could get him for, like, Herrera. No. It'd have to be Herrera and someone else. So, not really sure if that's worth it. But, the thing that I want to stress here is making moves that are not only for the short term but also for the long term. All right, so here's actually a package we could do: Charlie Blackmon, Christian Bergman, and Tom J. Murphy for Yu Darvish. I might rather do that than get Matt Moore, but at the same time, you still have to give up, one of our good young catchers in Murphy. Other than that, we'd have to give up like a Tyler Chatwood or something. I don't really think I want to give up Chatwood. He's been pretty good this year. So, but the thing that's really tough right now is we're in a tricky situation because we're not really quite yet to the point where we think we're going to be a contender or anything like that, or even this sort of making this surprise run at a playoff spot has kind of caught us off guard in the sense that it's hard to make moves for the now and also for the future. But one that I really think would not only boost our team now, but is something that would help us long term, well into the future, would be making a move for a guy like Jose Fernandez. And it would be really, really tough to pull off, but he has not signed an extension with Miami, which means he is only locked up through 2018. That's when he's going to become a free agent, because if you remember, the Marlins decided to pitch him at the beginning of 2013, and they didn't even send him down for the first 2 weeks of the season or anything like that. They just kept him up the entire time, and that burned his first year of service, whereas they could have saved that first year of service. So it's kind of their fault, but he's come back. He's been really good this year, and this is a rebuilding team, and this is like right around the time when David Price got traded from the Rays. So it would make sense that they'd be looking to move him at this point, and they would expect a serious haul back. We could try and work this out. This is a scenario where I definitely would give up Tom J. Murphy, and Raimel Tapia, McMahon, Herrera. Let's do, instead of Herrera, maybe. We could also give up one of our pitching prospects like Brady Aiken, but I'd kind of rather hold on to those guys as well. Let's go to prospects. Alright, so these are our prospects that our head scout likes a lot. What about guys that the OSA is big into? So, yeah, a couple pitchers. Oh, yeah, Nate Causey. I don't know, Causey's a guy that's kind of come out of nowhere. And he could be a good player for us, that's for sure, but I don't really know if we have a spot for him, because we still have Lonnie Chisenhall. So I could give up a guy like Causey in this. It would be Causey and Bergman. Oh yeah, pretty much anyone at this point. Alright, well let's do Bergman because he has some sort of value. What about, instead of Causey, if it's Bergman and Aiken? I feel like also to make this like I guess maybe Jonathan Gray. I don't know. I feel like we should be giving up some some of our better prospects though, just because this is trading for like one of the game's best pitchers, so they probably would expect some blue chips back. So maybe Jonathan Gray. Maybe you could do Jonathan Gray and Eddie Butler or something. I'm sure Eddie Butler doesn't really have much value at this point, but still, Eddie Butler, and maybe instead of Ryan McMahon, do Jonathan Gray. Yeah, they would do that. So that's Gray. And Gray's a good prospect, but he hasn't really shown us anything. And he's 25 now. He's almost 26. And our head scout doesn't really think his changeup's ever going to develop, so he might just be a two-pitch pitcher anyway. So I'd be pretty confident in giving up Jonathan Gray. It's old regime anyway. And then it's Tom J. Murphy. It's really just Murphy and Tapia beyond those two. I don't really know if there's a good way to keep either of those guys. Yeah, don't really think so. But I don't really mind. I like Tapia as a player, but I just don't really think we have a spot for him in the now or in the future. Because I don't really think we're going to move Dickerson or any of our outfielders for that matter. Yeah, we could give up Causey instead of Murphy, which I might do, because I don't know. Who knows if Vasquez is really for real or anything like that, Could give up Nate Causey instead. What if I gave up Lonnie Chisenhall instead? Nope. What if I don't know. Chisenhall's a beast, man. He's turned into a legit player, which is pretty cool. Alright, so Jonathan Gray, Eddie Butler, Bergman, Tapia, and I guess Murphy. It's not going to be McMahon. And I don't think it's going to be Vasquez either. Nope. So it's between Murphy and Nate Causey. Kazi, I don't even know where it came from. Let's see. I guess he's always been in the organization. Yeah, he's just got above AA. Only has 19 games played in AAA. He's in New Britain right now. Oh, he's back in AA right now. He's having a really good year. I mean, he's gonna be pretty good, but I mean, it's Jose Fernandez, and I feel like I'd rather give him up than give up Tom Murphy. Just because I feel like Murphy's a big part of our team right now, if you know what I mean, and we're, you know, a part of this move is trying to win right now. So, all right, we'll do Nate Kazi. Give up pretty good offensive prospects. This is a pretty good prospect pull for the Marlins. Then they're getting mashing first baseman, big 6'2", 220-pound first baseman, pitching prospects, and Graham Butler. Butler's 26 now though. They can I don't know. They can try and reclamate that. But Christian Bergman and Raimel Tapia, good offensive prospect as well. Center fielder, or outfielder, not center fielder. But all right, and we're gonna get Jose Fernandez. And then another thing is, if we can get another, if they have any good relievers too, would be nice. Would be very nice. But doesn't really look like they have any good relievers. All right, well that's fine. We're not gonna get the Giancarlo Stanton out of this deal. We've been down that road once before, and he, if you remember from an old OOTP series, we got Giancarlo Stanton, and he proceeded to fracture his skull, I believe it was, and have to retire. So that was pretty cool. But all right, Fernandez, natural born leader. And then the big thing with this is we're going to have to get him under an extension, but I think I'd be willing to pay a lot of money to keep him. And this is the type of guy that, I think we got to go after if we're going to try and build a winner in Colorado, So, all right, let's do it. Boom. Jose Fernandez, traded for an all-star. And, all right, I don't know if he's looking for long-term extension past this. I mean, I can give him a preliminary offer. I'm not sure if he's going to actually take it, though, because he might be searching for big bucks by the time he hits free agency. 8 years, 2 team options. Oh, all right, so we could get him under this contract immediately. $20 million a year for Jose Fernandez. I think that'd be well worth it. 8 years, so that would be... So this is his 26, 7, 8, 9, 31, and then 32 and 33. Age 32 and 33 years would be team options. All right, and what about if we did age... I mean, I'd honestly be willing to make all these team options if he would do it. I guess you can only do 2 options at the end then. Never mind. All right, cool. So we'll do that then. Or let's do 9 years. So we'll get 8 years of his first 8 years of what would be free agent time or whatever. All right, cool. And then he should hopefully accept that within the coming days. So that's good that he's excited to come to a place like Colorado and hopefully pitch for us for the long haul. So that's a move that I really like. It's a move that's not only going to help us out this year and help us make that push to the playoffs, but it's also something that is... Oh, I should have tried to put Kane in the deal. Whoops. But it's also something that's going to help us out in the long term. I mean, we could use a guy like Jose Fernandez. Obviously, I mean, who couldn't? who wouldn't want him? But all right, so we need a spot starter because Fernandez just pitched and Lyles is not going to be fully rested till the next day. And if I give him on 4 days rest, then I'm going to have to do everyone on 4 days rest, so I'd rather not. And Matzek is not going to be it, so let's... Dang, I should have kept Fernandez at on waivers or whatever. Not waivers, you know what I mean. All right, who's going to spot start for us then? We don't have an off day coming up or anything. Crap. Well, I guess we have an extra roster spot because Tapia... Okay, yeah, so we can afford to... bring baby Tyler Anderson. No, he's not fully rested. Who's fully rested? Is it Gus Schlosser? It is. Alright, so we'll bring him up for a quick spot start. And then that will be the deadline. And so, yeah, we acquire a starter. I don't think we need bullpen help because we have Conley and Venters. I mean, maybe we can go out... to go along with Walden, of course. Maybe we could go out and do, I don't know. Trying to think here for just a second. All right, I guess we could go after. We could use another reliever. At the very least, replace a guy like Joe Ortiz. But only if he's gonna come cheap, I would say. So I might do that off camera again because we've already spent a ton of time on camera this episode. So yeah, all right. I'm gonna go out and look for a relief pitcher to try and trade for, like a good cheap relief pitcher, and then I will be back. All right, so this is the best deal I could find. For Mark Melancon from the Washington Nationals, he's making a ridiculous $16 million a year this year. But he is at the end of that contract anyway, so I'm not worried about that. Then he's had a pretty good track record in recent years, ever since his short stay in Boston, which I remember all too well. And we're not really giving up anything for him. Hak Julie and AJ Jimenez, two guys who had been in our AAA system for a while now, or in our AAA team for a while. So pretty much don't really lose anything there, and we get an extra reliever to help out, so we can send down. We'll send down Adam Ottavino. We'll keep Joe Ortiz so we can keep the lefty there, especially while Mark Melancon is gone. I mean, especially while Johnny Venters is gone. All right, and then we're gonna simulate this one day since we're done with trades, and then we're gonna send down Schlosser. Yep. Oh, he's pretty good actually. I don't know, only four strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts is not very good. And we can DFA him, no one's going to claim him. And then we can fix the rotation, set this all back up. We can even move Fernandez there, I believe, because we're going to do this. Fernandez should be at, 35%. All right, cool. Turning 63, 83. All right, perfect. Perfect. All right, so now we can also put Lorenzo Cain back on the active roster. So he will remain as our backup outfielder, even though he's kind of unhappy. If it really becomes an issue where he's like so unhappy, he's actually I think it might become an issue where it's going to ruin team chemistry. All right, so I might just release him then. Unless, I don't really know if I can get anything. I mean, I know he would pass through waivers, so if I could get another good reliever out of him, I might, but if not, then I'm just going to release him because I don't really want to put up with having a guy ruin team chemistry, especially when we're making a good run like this. It'd kind of be a bad look, I do believe. But anyway, if only it was the real-life Lorenzo Cain that's beasting and feasting on Major League Baseball these days. All right, well, we can't get a good reliever for Lorenzo Cain, but I think I'm going to try and get Alan Craig here because Alan Craig is making $11 million this year. He's got a team option for 2018, which we don't have to pick up, and we probably won't. He's also not the most outgoing guy, but gets along pretty well. And I figured he'd be a so everyone's got to clear waivers first, but I figured he'd be a better right-handed hitting backup first baseman than Zach Green has been. He was a Rule 5 pick, and he really hasn't been that good. So we do have to get an extra another outfielder though. For now, I'm gonna put Charlie Blackmon back up. The active roster is full. Oh yeah, so we gotta wait for Cain and the Cain and Craig deal to go through. Hopefully that will not have any issues. Oh dang it! You gotta be kidding me. All right, well we got to remove him then from waivers. Oh, I forgot how to do that. Wait, I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. Oh no, I guess he got automatically removed. All right, well, we can try to do the deal again, but I don't think it's gonna work. But I think it'd be worth it because I'm not gonna keep him anyway. So let's just try it. And if he gets claimed, then he gets claimed. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna release him. So, all right, Lorenzo Cain for where is he? Alan Craig. All right, let's see if it goes through. Probably won't, but worth a shot. Yep, dang it. All right, so we got claimed again. I do believe. And there we go. Jose Fernandez signs our 9-year extension, so that's pretty cool. And all right, now I'm just going to waive and DFA him and make sure someone can claim him because I really don't want him anymore. Charlie Blackmon on his way. And we can try and get Alan Craig for someone else probably. Because I don't think he was the one getting claimed. Just go to Boston. Alan Craig. This guy. Actually, we can trade Zach Green for him. Perfect. Actually, I don't know if Green would pass through waivers or not. So let's do Let's just trade that crappy pitcher. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I don't know, these like game generated like awful pitchers always hold some sort of value. They can sometimes get you players like Alan Craig who are just basically like waiver wire fodder. But alright, let's see if the Craig trade goes through. Nice, it does. Alright, perfect. So let's release Zach Green back to the Phillies and put Alan Craig. And now no one's claiming Lorenzo Cain, of course. That's great. But Craig, and we'll put Herrera there. Alright, cool. And we could give Craig some spot starts in the outfield because he is really not that bad. And I'm at the very least going to make him the backup left and right fielder. So, alright. That will be that. Alright, and then because you know, we might actually be like in a pennant race here down the stretch, I do want to record some of September. Just don't know if I should put that in this video or the next one. I guess I'll put that in the next video. Yeah, I'll put the probably the final couple weeks of the regular season in the next video, because this video's already been plenty long enough. So, alright, that's going to do it for me then. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Hopefully next episode we'll have some playoff action. That would be a lot of fun. But alright, thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.